In our next few minutes, we'll be having a different discussion with the Resident State Commissioner for Kampala, Muchala Amina Rukanga Nanziri, to understand government's political will or the lack of it in improving the city as far as infrastructure is concerned. Although KCCA, in a statement signed jointly by the Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago and the Executive Director Muchala Dorothy Chisaka, explained that the campaign has been on. They've been trying to do routine monitoring. I would love to read this letter to you loudly. This comes after that cartoonist producing what they did. Kampala Capital City Authority, KCCA, routinely monitors and collects data on the state of the city roads through what we call their road condition surveys. In those road condition surveys, KCCA makes plans to fix damaged roads based on available resources or budgets. That's where the problem is. Available resources or budgets. The primary source being the Uganda Road Fund. Okay, so it is a Uganda Road Fund. Now we can go up and see, continue. We cannot trivialize the issue of potholes on our roads. KCCA is aware that potholes drive up road user costs through frequent vehicle repairs, long travel times, high accident rates, and others. Let's continue. Kampala City has a total road network of 22,100 kilometers, of which only 30% are paved roads, while the rest 70% are unpaved on earth roads. It is worth noting that most of our paved roads have served far beyond their full lifespan of 20 years and are due for overhaul or reconstruction, which explains the high prevalence of potholes and other road damages. The situation has not been helped by the increased traffic levels on the roads, which in turn causes increased wear and tear. KCCA is currently constrained by the limited budget provisions to turn around this situation. By December 2022, continue, let's go up, KCCA had recorded an area of 8,500 square meters of potholes. Soko komao. Ebinya ebiri mu kibuga Kampala biweza square meters 805 of potholes spread across the 5 divisions. In December 2022, work on the potholes started in earnest with the funding that was available. KCCA covered potholes on several roads across the 5 divisions. We can now look at those roads that KCCA explains to have covered. These include Zimwe Road, Katwe Road, Mobutu Road, continue, Mobutu Road, Gaba Road, Zambia Estate, Bukasa Ring in the Machinde Division, and several others. KCCA was trying to explain after that. So we can look at the roads. Kampala Road, Bombo Road, Makinon Road, Chagwe Road, Yusufurule Road, George Street in Central Division, Catalina Road, Naguru Avenue, Chisasi Chanja, Chinawataka Road, Ntinda Chisasi, Nakawa Division, Masaka Road, Wakaliga Road, Kalema Road, Nsibambi Road, Lubaga Road, Kawesi Road in Lubaga Division. Then Bombo Road, Binaisa Road, Tafnell Drive, Mawanda Road, Nkinzi Road, Kisota Road, Gayaza Road, Kawempe Division. Other road repair works done include sectional repairs, or heavy grading on Uchitez Road, Bombo Road, near Kubit roundabouts, Sadler Way, Naguru Drive, Naguru Avenue, Kate Road, Salama Road, and Mukwano Road. Kali, KCCA, zezengulu zibadegezaako kukolako. This financial year, KCCA faced a serious delay in the release of funding for both road development and road maintenance. That is the reason we could not continue with the pothole repairs, even after properly identifying areas in need of intervention. We receive money for roads and drainage development and maintenance from the government of Uganda and from the Uganda Road Fund. KCCA needs anywhere between UGX 75 to 100 billion annually in order to be able to effectively maintain our roads, and yet we get only 26 billion for this task. Wanji, so calling them. Government ya Uganda erina okufundira KCCA ensimbi ezi wakati w'obuwumbi 7.5 paka ku buwumbi 10 okusobola okukola ku mirimu gy'enguudo mu Kampala buli mwaka. Unfortunately, government esobola kuwa KCCA billions 26 zokka. Imagine you want 75 and what is available is 26. We have engaged the relevant government agencies. Buli kino kansome mu Lusoga, yambusa nsome mu Lusoga. Buli gwe kigema ku mu government tuogeere naye. Minister of Finance, Committees of Parliament, for Infrastructure and for Presidential Affairs. We have made the parliamentary committees to raise awareness of the problem of dead roads for a lack of better words. Otherwise, we mean roads that have outlived their useful lives. However, in this final quarter of the financial year, the government of Uganda has released the development budget, and we are going to use part of this budget to fix these sections that fit within the funds received. We expect that this combined with the release from the Uganda Road Fund will be able to turn around the outlook of the black spots. Kampala Capital City Authority. Jesus Christ, ebintu tibyangu kale ndoza obiwulire bityo bwe biri obuzibu bw'enguudo mu kibuga Kampala babwinonere bulungi nti webendera 75 billion. You can stop. The government can only fund up to 26 billion, which means there is a lot of challenge, there is a lot of budget gaps to fill. Embeera y'enguudo mu kibuga Kampala etyo bwebayire munaife munakatuni yatukubire katundi no yaditambuza ayogera. I think you have helped us to get more information. Dr. Sentongo, KCCA now explains very well that they have talked to the Minister of Finance, they have talked to the committees of Parliament, yet it is the Deputy Speaker of Parliament who was questioning and saying, why this, why that? Parliament is aware of this problem. You can put pressure on your MPs to explain, but you know, you don't hear them speak as much about this. It took a cartoonist to raise this kind of information. But KCCA, I can give testimony to some of the roads that I use, like Chisota Road. Chisota Road, yes. I use Chisota Road. I use Chisasu-Ntinda Road. So, KCCA has done their part. I think I can agree that it's the political side that's not giving us what we need to do. It is the politicians that need to be told what to do. Put pressure on Parliament, put pressure on the Cabinet, put pressure on the President, put pressure on the Minister of Finance to give KCCA what we... Let us save at least one thing. If we are failed in the others, let us save Kampala. Because once Kampala is okay, Kampala contributes up to 60% of our GDP. 60% of our GDP. How much do we give in return? Let us find a way of improving the city, and once the city is improved, yes, that's the pressure I would like to be part of. That's the only protest I would love to be part of. Putting pressure on Parliament, not any other. Parliament to increase allocations. If you can get supplementary budgets for iron sheets which were stolen, you get supplementary budgets for other things, get a supplementary budget to improve Kampala. and we should do complete works, because I can see on Chisasi, Ntinda Chisasi Road, the potholes in the middle of the road are repaired. But on the sidelines of the road, the drainage system is already broken. And you see a road beginning to break slowly and slowly and slowly, and there's nobody to care. And so a pothole or a simple damage that would have costed us less continues to cost us much because we did not do it in time. There should be, this money should be available. Put pressure on government, go ahead and treat, go ahead and share until the right person gets the message. The Kampala pothole exhibition continues until the president, his ministers, and parliament explain. But I think what you need to add on your hashtag is to who is responsible. You can begin another hashtag and say, President, government, minister, parliament, please act. The case is a problem, is long overdue. Every government has talked about it. Every mayor has talked about it. Every town clerk has talked about it. Every road manager, city manager has talked about it. Dorothy Chisaka is simply saying what we already know. So we need to work it out. It's a big problem that we have to solve very quickly. Kali, the Kampala State Roads campaign continues. In the next few minutes, we'll have Muchala Amina Lukanga, the Resident State Commissioner for Kampala, to explain this. As meanwhile, we'll also talk to the other ministers to explain what could be the problem. Kali, let's have a short break, and shortly after the break, when we return, we'll be explaining more about this. Let's find out about how far we can go.
Eno ni Gangamka Kuba.